This morning on DC News Now, progress on removing wreckage from the Potomac.
An update on investigators searching the debris for answers on this crash. Plus, an unprecedented vote for the DC Council. Trayon White facing expulsion today for an alleged bribery charge. But first, Jackie, good morning.
Good morning. It's going to be mild and breezy out there for the day today. Now, tomorrow will be colder. We're watching out for our next system, bringing with it the threat for some wintry mix late tomorrow night. More details on that coming up.
And also coming up this morning, new research showing an increased number of rats in the district. The reason for the surge and how to keep them out of your home.
You're watching the station covering all of the DMV. This is DC News Now.
Well, good morning and thanks for starting your Tuesday with us here on DC News Now. It is Tuesday. I'm Tanaya Wright.
Good morning. I'm Tosin Fakili. Were you about to say Monday?
Yeah, I almost did. I almost did say Monday.
Don't pull us back one
No,
more day.
it is. We made it to Tuesday.
Let's move to Friday.
Yes, preferably. Shanika Grimshaw tracking your commute this morning. But first, we're going to start things over with meteorologist Jackie Layer. Jackie, the next couple of days is going to be quite interesting for us weather-wise.
I mean, it's going to get a little bit dicey out there late Wednesday night into early Thursday. We're talking about the potential for some wintry mix, the potential for some ice accumulation as well, and that can make for some tricky travel. But out there right now, it's relatively mild for much of the region. We're starting off with 40s and 50s across the map. Currently 43 in DC. We're upper 40s in Hagerstown. We're seeing some 50s still holding over towards Winchester, Martinsburg, even down towards Fredericksburg. However, satellite and radar, we do have this cold front that's continuing to dive its way south and eastward. We'll notice those winds shifting down the north-northwest, and it will become quite breezy out there later on this afternoon. Could see those gusts right around 30 miles per hour for much of the area. And we'll also see those temperatures settling into those upper 40s to low to mid 50s out there later on today. At least we'll have the sunshine too. Now tomorrow though, more clouds. It will be colder out there tomorrow. And then we're tracking that wintry mix late tomorrow night. More details on that coming up. Shanika, what are you seeing out there on the roadways this morning?
All right, we're still seeing a mess out there, Jackie. We're going to start on the outer loop. This is out of College Park, and you see it is jam-packed. If you look really closely, you can see how slow things are moving through the outer loop of the Capitol Beltway. So we have this one crash just near the 95 interchange, and then we have this one situation involving a tractor trailer. So that was since 1 this morning, and you're still seeing a major impact. I mean, look at all those brake lights there, along with just the early morning commute heading westbound. Now you're still seeing the scene of an early morning issue involving a tractor trailer on the right side. You're able to get by to the left, but again, that is going to be a tough commute for folks. I would avoid that area through College Park and through Silver Spring on the outer loop, guys.
All right, Shanika, thank you for letting us know that. 7:02 is your time. We are now in the 6th day since that mid-air collision over the Potomac River that claimed the lives of 67 people. An American Airlines regional jet and an Army U.S. Black Hawk helicopter colliding, leaving so many heartbroken and families devastated.
That is right. And developing now, crews are working to remove the wreckage of both aircraft. Today starts day 2 of that process. This morning, our Haley Mylon joining us now from Reagan National. Haley, the sun has now come up. Tell us what you're seeing out there.
Hey guys, yeah, we're getting a better look at the wreckage. Yesterday, a very productive day. That's what investigators and crews tell us. They say they recovered a number of pieces from that regional passenger jet in their first day of working to extract the wreckage here from the Potomac River. Let me give you a look at what we're seeing right now. Work not yet begun, ramping up though. This morning. Now, yesterday, investigators pulled a wing, an engine, the back part of the fuselage, which is essentially where the cabin is, as well as a piece that mounts the engine to the wing. All of that coming out of the water yesterday. Now, on the hearts and minds of everyone, the recovery of the bodies of the victims. 55 sets of remains have been positively identified so far, and investigators say they have even more remains that are being analyzed by the medical examiner's office for identification. Now, on the investigative front, the National Transportation Safety Board, which is heading up this investigation, now has access to flight and training logs, as well as recordings from inside both the cockpit of the regional jet and the Black Hawk helicopter. They're building a timeline right now, matching up the transmissions to help determine what went wrong, causing those two aircraft to collide. And we also know that investigators have talked to all 5 FAA employees who were working in the tower that day.
I think we've got a great, solid plan that we've executed on a number of occasions now successfully as far as a dignified recovery of those remains.
Yeah, so as the efforts continue today, if any more remains are found, the salvage work will pause and the appropriate parties will come in, take custody of the remains and turn them over to the Office of the medical examiner for identification. Now, as the work gets started today, we are expecting a briefing from investigators, possibly an update on the investigation as they piece together the logistics of all of this. Today, the focus is going to be on extracting the cockpit from the river. I'm going to have more for you guys in about an hour. We'll have updates on what we're seeing out here on that barge. For now, I'm going to send it back to you in the studio. I'm Haley Mylon.
All right, thank you, Haley. Well, the Metropolitan Washington Airport Authority says 2 airport workers facing charges for allegedly leaking airport surveillance video of the crash. Now, this was shared to CNN last week. 21-year-old Mohammed Mbangwe was arrested on Friday. He is charged with computer trespassing for making an unauthorized copy of airport authority records. Jonathan Savoy was arrested Sunday. He is charged with computer trespassing. Both have since been released.
This morning, we have an update on the house fire in Oxon Hill that left 2 people dead on Sunday. Investigators say a 30-year-old woman and 72-year-old man were killed. 2 others escaped the flames. The fire broke out just before 7 p.m. on Galloway Drive. Firefighters returned to that neighborhood yesterday to check for smoke alarms.
Have a fire escape plan in your home. Know the alternative ways out of your home in case there's an emergency. And, just please, if there's a fire in your home, get out, stay out, call 911 from the outside.
And investigators haven't said yet what started the fire.
All right, well, Maryland Supreme Court upholding a law that ends the state's statute of limitations for child sexual abuse lawsuits. The Child Victims Act became law in 2023. Now, it was shortly after the state's attorney general released a report documenting rampant abuse committed by the Baltimore clergy over an 80-year period. That law was challenged by defendants facing abuse lawsuits. The court ruled 4-3 that the General Assembly had the authority to change the law. And new this morning, Brandon Russell, the founder of the neo-Nazi group in Florida, now convicted for planning an attack on Maryland's power grid. Russell was accused of convincing his girlfriend to carry out sniper attacks on a substations across Baltimore in an attempt to start a race war. He is facing up to 20 years in prison.
Today, D.C. City Council will take that final vote on the expulsion of Trayon White.
Yeah, the 11 of the 12 council members must vote yes for him to be expelled. Now, this expulsion vote comes after White was charged with bribery. Despite the charge, he still won his re-election bid back in November. Some of his Ward 8 constituents even filing a lawsuit to get the council to pause the expulsion vote, but it is still moving forward. If White is removed, that would trigger a special election for his seat. Our Mariel Carbone spoke to a political science professor on what would happen if White is ousted, and he says it is possible he can run again for the seat.
Because he was able to win in November with these bribery charges hanging over his head, it's possible the voters of Ward 8 would reinstall him. Might see a situation where, at least until his federal trial, where White is really sort of pitting himself against the rest of the council.
The expulsion vote will happen at the council's meeting at noon.
7:08 new this morning. China retaliating on the imposed tariffs made by President Donald Trump. China says it's putting a 15% tariff on coal and liquefied natural gas products. It's also putting a 10% tariff on crude oil and large engine cars imported from the United States. These tariffs are expected to take effect next Monday, and experts say China's response could affect economies across the world, lowering GDP growth and increasing inflation.
And in Virginia, both the House of Delegates and State Senate have released their proposed amendments to the current state budget. They're in stark contrast from the amendment proposed by Governor Glenn Youngkin back in December. The amendments include tax rebates of $200 for individual tax filers and $400 for joint filers to be sent to Virginians sometime later this year. However, both versions do not include Governor Youngkin's proposed car tax relief proposal or his plan to end taxes on tips for hospitality workers. But both do include a $1,000 bonus for teachers and an additional raise for state employees. Lawmakers reacting to the proposals.
recognize that our teachers are very important to the education of our young sons and daughters.
Giving those one-time compensation levels up and above the salaries that we'd already programmed in seemed to make sense with the type of money that was coming in the budget.
Now the budget process is far from over. The House and Senate will have to come up with a compromise version to send to the governor for his consideration before the General Assembly session ends later this month.
WMATA releasing data that shows a significant drop in crime on Metro. The report shows a nearly 40% decline in crime on Metro system in 2024. WMATA credits more security and the increased amount of cameras. Officials also report fare evasions have plummeted. It's down more than 80% since the new fare gates were installed. The transportation body also boasting of nearly 90% of riders in the last quarter of 2024 being satisfied by their experience on Metro Rail. And still talking Metro, budget talks on the way, and Metro says in its proposed budget it's saved $500 million over the last 2 years. They say they're now able to provide more service without any financial increases. You can weigh in on the proposed budget this week. There's a meeting today at 6 p.m. at Metro headquarters in Southwest D.C. If you can't make that meeting, there will be another one tomorrow at the Metro building in Hyattsville.
And happening today, Ride-On buses in Montgomery County are going to offer free rides. This is all in honor of the 112th birthday of civil rights icon Rosa Parks. Now, the day has been named Transit Equity Day. These free rides will be offered on Ride-On, Ride-On Extra, Flash, and Flex buses. All right, 7-Eleven now on a Tuesday, taking a look at the possible future of Commanders football.
Yeah, coming up here, the team's owner talk about the future of the franchise's name and what the stadium the team may be playing in the coming years. Plus, D.C. is joining the rat race. Not the way you're thinking. Why the city is topping a list of urban areas across the globe, seeing an increase in rat populations.
Yeah, not something you want to think about this morning, but this definitely is. Look at this beautiful sunrise out there, Jackie. It's a bit warmer to start our day as well.
Yeah, I mean, we're seeing that really nice, colorful sunrise there, and temperatures are mild, starting off into those 40s and 50s across the region. However, we do have a cold front that's clearing the area. That will also clear those skies and will also bring in some breezy conditions later on today. I'll have more details on that right after the break.